Welcome to another episode of the Knit Chat with Jen podcast. I am your host, Jen. Today it is Wednesday, November 2nd, 2016, and this is the third time I am recording this episode. The first time I didn't like it because I ranted and raved at the end, and I didn't want to just cut that last part. The second time around, it was evening, so the light wasn't that great, and then I started bawling my eyes out. So I'm hoping third time is the charm. I really think the episode title for this episode, specific number episode, is going to be third time's a charm. But as you can tell, I've lost my voice. And what's really funny is you're not going to see it, but if you see the progression of the videos, you can see my voice. In the first one being, okay, there's some voice fry, and then the second episode, it was a little bit more gravelly, but like sexy gravelly, and now it's just complete, I don't have a voice. I have tea, it's brewing, so hopefully I can start. And I'm going to do something radical, which is put half and half, which I know you're not supposed to do when you're sick. But anyway, welcome everyone. If you are new, thank you so much for checking me out on this specific episode. This episode is going to have to stick because I can't handle it. If you are returning, thank you so much for staying with me for all of this. Oh my goodness. The giveaway prizes are out, and I already got 2 messages saying that they've received it. It was 2 giveaways. Sorry, I sent 3 packages. One was a set of minis. I still have a good amount of leftover fingering weight yarn. So if you would like some minis, please don't hesitate to contact me. For those who gave me their addresses already for their minis, expect more. Yeah. Because I want them out. I'm hoping today is going to be a short one. Seriously, I don't even know why I'm looking at my notes. I've memorized them. Today we're going to talk about knitting, spinning, stash therapy, and etc., etc., etc. I do apologize for no books. When I'm doing school and stuff, sometimes things just really do go to the wayside, and there's only so much my brain can function. And unfortunately, books is one thing, one area of interest that does go to the wayside. Like I've been reading this one book that just I can't finish. 1, for the topic, and 2, just by the end of the day, I have no brain function. So, yeah. So, sorry guys. But my knitting has been flourishing. So let's talk about knitting, shall we? I don't even. They're out of date. My notes are out of date. Go away. I wrote these for last week. I even have a vlog that I haven't edited together for the Half Moon Babe Art and Pumpkin Festival that I took footage. I swear I did. I just haven't had the spoons to edit it. So I think my tea's brewed. But I do have a finished object. It is my commission socks. So let me pull that. Has it cooled down? I don't like curdle milk. Alright, that should be good. I know really if you have mucus you're not really supposed to have dairy products, but I'm sorry. Comfort for me is dairy. Cheese. And that was probably disgusting. Let me get some liquid in me. And I slurped. I try to quiet them. I'll cut it out. Okay, finished object is my commission. These are my spunky punky commission socks. I don't know what happened here. I really hope it's not anything bad, but it just looks weird. I'm going to block it out and see if it will even itself out, if it's like an uneven stitch that I did, which is odd because I've done Kitchener stitch, like, I would say close to 1,000,000 times. So I'm not sure what happened here. But I did an afterthought heel. These are actually too small. Whoa. That was weird. These are actually too small of a sock blockers, but it was the closest one that I had. And they still need to be blocked. I need to soak them and block them out so it can even out the stitches. But this is my commission knit. There you go, better colors. So they're not matching, but it still looks good. I already sent a picture to the gal that is buying these, and she says they look good. I just need to block them and give them to her. So I'm actually taking a little bit of a break because I know the person that's next up on my commission knits, she understands that I need to take a little bit of a break. Not like a month, but like a week. Okay, because I just finished these. These are just plain vanilla afterthought heel socks. And I did these in US 1.5, 2.5 millimeter needles. And I did it with the Regia 4-thread or 4-ply Monaco color. Okay. And this is what I have left. I would say this is about a little bit above 10 grams each. So as I said, if you would like some minis, if not, they're going to someone who already has expressed wanting minis. I'm just going to keep sending them until you tell me not to. I'm just saying. I send other stuff too. So, alright. So that's that. That's a finished object. What else I'm working on? I need more tea. Hopefully it's cooler. What I'm still working on are my zombie pebble socks. So last time I was... See, I've done this 3 times, and every time I've worked on them and then progress. I believe I was on the foot. So right around here. So now I have done the heels. My little fish lips kiss you. Hello. And now I'm just working on the leg. And I just started the patterning. You want to see. And I just started the patterning on the back. Because I like patterning. I like patterns on the back of my sock as well. So for my socks, I like it just because of my tendencies to want everything to match. It looks really pretty on other people's socks, but for me, I don't know. For my socks, I want them to match. So that's what's going on right now. And these are done in US 1s, 2.25 millimeter, in my ChowGoo wooden. And the yarn, let me pull it out, it's not really zombie related. I just call it zombie because of the green and purples, the green background and the purple speckles. But it is, if you are new, this is cephalopod yarns and they're skinny bugga base. Unfortunately, cephalopod is no longer in business, as far as I know. And this is in the green Darner Dragonfly colorway, which was discontinued when I purchased it. So that's what I'm working on in regards to socks. I'm actually doing a lot of selfish knitting right now because the next knit that I have up is my Golden Cardigan. Oh, and if you wanted to know, if you haven't noticed already, my zombie socks are living in my Outlander, stitched by Just a Lou Bag. So with my Golden Cardigan, I showed you that. And for the Golden Cardigan, I am on the sleeves. I finished one sleeve already. So let me show you the back. That may be helpful. I don't have much room here. I'll put that here. I just put my bag, my knitting bag for this in my school suitcase. But here's a top. Here's the back. So it's turning out really well. Here's the first sleeve. As you can see, there is a hole, but I'll stitch it up inside when I weave in the ends. And these are quarter length sleeves. And it turns out, so for the edging, so for the body, I've been doing US 4 with my ChowGoo lace needles. Well, in a hurry, because I wanted, for the ribbing, I knew that I wanted to go down 2 sizes. Well, in my hurry, I thought I grabbed a US 2. Turns out I grabbed a US 1, 2.25 millimeter. So I went down 3 sizes. But it still fits. I've been trying. That's the one great thing about doing a top-down sweater. One of the many reasons why I love doing top-down sweaters is because of the fact that I can try it on as I go. So I'm on the second sleeve. I have this much done. So, so the only thing I'll have to do after the sleeves is the neckband. So let me show you the front. If you want to see, the numbers and everything is based off the Dew Point Shrug by Laura Chow, but everything else I made up. So if you would like to see the shrug, you can see the pattern linked in previous episodes. So if you want to see the front, it's just the back side of my knitting, but I increase the fronts, and I'm gonna do, since I accidentally went down to US 1s and I don't think I can find a US 2 in my bag, I think I'm just going to do the front neck panel in US 4s in the body needles, but do 1 by 1 ribbed. I think that will add a nice texture and also pull it in, as well as add more length, right? And it'll lay flat, more flat on the neck, I think. I don't know, we're gonna experiment, we'll see. this is what I have. Yay! I've been knitting this and watching a lot of Gilmore Girls. I've already watched the series like I think 3 or 4 times, but I want to be ready. Okay, I want to be so ready for when it premieres on the 25th of November. That's right, it's November. Where did the year go? Alright, so this is, by the way, this is not really living in there because it's too big. I do apologize for the coughing. The virus is residing right here and right here. Of course. This is my Slip Stitch Studio bag. It's kind of like a sciencey, mad sciencey bag. But it's holding the yarn and stuff, see? But the yarn, if you're curious, and I'm sorry for the random light changing and whatnot. It's 5:30 in the evening here in California, and I had to close the window because there was too much light shining in. But now I can tell that the light is losing it. So, and that's backwards. So I'm knitting it in Filatura di Crosa, Zara, in their Zara base, which is a TK weight. Made in Italy. And I have still a good amount of balls of this, so I'm going to keep going. Keep going. I am going to open up the window, and I'll be right back. Alright, okay, so there's going to be a light right here, but it's okay. It's better than darkness. Next is spinning. So, spinning, I have... Sorry. First, I have a couple of finished stuff I want to show you. I have a couple of finished stuff. So, if you remember from last time, the lighting. So this is Funky Carolina, her BFL. And I chain plied it. So it's still, I would say, a worsted weight, if you want to see. I overspun it massively, so. And it's not going to focus, are you? Nope. Alright. But I did overspin it, if you can kind of see. Yeah. But it's okay. It's alright. Life goes on. It's just practice, so it's not the end of the world. Alright, so this is, oh, much better. Okay, so this is the Funky Carolina, the BFL. As I said, I overspun it, so, but it's definitely a worsted weight. So I'm going to add it to my collection of yarns that I'm going to put into my worsted weight hat that I'm going to make. I don't think I got to show you this last time because I honestly do not remember. But this is the Pigeon Roof Superwash Merino. This is spun up. This is not as overspun. And I also chain plied it. If you can kind of see it over here. But this is definitely less overspun. And this is also going to go into my funky worsted weight hat that I want to make. Because I think I'll have a good enough yardage. We'll see. I think so. I don't have a tool that has spinners measure approximately how much yards they have. So I'm just guessing by how many times I go around my chair. We'll see. I also spun up a silk hanky that my friend sent to me. Not sent to me, but she happily let me borrow. Maybe I'll give it to her. But I was having a lot of fun with a spindle that she let me borrow. And because I was talking about how much I really want to spin thinly. So this is just a single, and I'm not gonna apply it. I think I'm just gonna knit it up the way it is. But yeah, this is just a silk hanky she gave me. I put it on a bobbin. Maybe I'll give it to her. I'll send her a picture. So yeah. And right now I'm spinning up a merino silk. I don't have it with me because I forgot to bring it, but there's not much to show, but it is also spinning very nice and thin, so I'm enjoying spinning silk. I didn't think I would. I thought it would be too smooth and too frustrating as a beginning spinner, but it's getting, I'm not overspinning it, which makes me happy, and it's also getting the thinness that I want. So do I need to keep showing this to you? We can keep looking at my face. But yeah, it's I'm really enjoying it. I'll show you the merino silk that I'm spinning up next time. I do promise. So that's it for spinning. So the next thing we have is stash therapy. So as I mentioned, I went to the Half Moon Bay Arts and Pumpkin Festival, which I'll talk about in etc., etc., etc. And also I will get that vlog up for you guys if you're interested. I thought it was fun. But anyway, so I knew what I wanted. I knew exactly what I wanted from there. I got a mug, which it's in the dishwasher actually. That's running right now. So I can't show it to you. But I was on a mission. I wanted a mug and I wanted art, and I wasn't sure about the yarn, but I got yarn. Let me show you the artwork first. So my husband is talking to his best friend. He has closed the door, but somehow it has gone through the door. I don't know if you can hear that. They tend to have animated conversations that last hours. Anyway, so this is the first art. Come on, I had to get it. It's a lady in the library, and as a school librarian, I must have. This is done by Nidhi Chanani, and it's just a card. I like to use cards as my artwork. And it's called Some of My Best Friends, which is a blank card. And this, as I said, is Nidhi Chanani. Here is the website that you can find it if you like this artwork. Do you have it written down, guys? Alright, good. I love it. This is going to go in one of my panels. The second artwork that I got is, so I knew this artist because I bought her artwork before last festival, and I knew I wanted another artwork from her as well. So I got, this is called Winter Sheep, and again it's just a card. The artist is Teresa Silvestri, and I'll show you the backside in a minute so you can write down the website. She's amazing, and so as I was looking through the cards to find the artwork that I wanted to buy, she was looking for a specific print that had gotten sold recently. And when I saw it, I fell in love with it. And I'll talk about that later. And she was very sweet. And got it for me. I love animals. I really do. I wish I could live in the farm, but I don't think I like to sleep, so. And farmers, definitely hard work, guys. Definitely hard work. But yeah, I love animals. So this is the back. As I said, it's Winter Sheep. It's by Teresa Silvestri. And here's the website, www.silvestristudios.com. And so the one that she was very kind and found for me in card form, because I had, as I said, a specific budget in regards to what I wanted to spend at the festival. And she understood that I couldn't buy, and they sold the last print of it. So, and I told her how much I loved her work and how I bought stuff for her from her last festival. So she's like, I think I have it in card form. And I had to have it. Meet Butterscotch. Hello, Butterscotch. Yes. Hello. Look at that face. Look at that face. Look at that funny face. So again, this is called Butterscotch. That's the name of the actual rabbit that she painted it from. And certain proceeds when you buy rabbit ones go to the East Bay Rabbit Rescue. So again, I always feel good about buying from her because of the fact that she helps community, and it's a bunny. Look at that bunny. Yes, hello, bunny. Hello, Mr. Bunny. Anyway, that's the artwork. And then, as I said, the mug's in the dishwasher. So I wasn't planning on getting any yarn because every year I always go into a knit shop, a knitting and yarn shop on the main drag of the festival. And I always end up buying all this yarn. And then saying, why did I buy this yarn? But I saw this color from Malabrigo that I'm like, okay, it's the Pumpkin Festival. This needs to become a sweater. And if you haven't guessed, so I got enough for a sweater. And it wasn't that bad. It was still within my range. This is called Terracotta. And it's true to color. Yeah, this is going to be my cardigan next. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a pullover with this or a cardigan. I don't know. I think, well, it will have to be cropped no matter what. But I don't know if I want it done pullover like this, or if I just want to do what I'm doing with the Golden Cardigan, just in lighter weight yarn. I don't know. I only have about 1290 actually. So I want to use my yarn wisely and have a pumpkin cardigan by Thanksgiving. You can do that, right? Oh, totally. I could totally do it. So we'll see. So that's the yarn. And then in between the first recording of this episode and the second recording of this episode, I got the last of my Indie Carnival box. So I really hope everyone's got it. Has everyone gotten their Indie Yarn Carnival shipment? I don't know if it's the last one or not. I don't know. But anyway. So, hello, Max. So this is the one with Mrs. Crosby. Mrs. Crosby loves to play. And this is called Carnival After Dark. And this is her train case base. Superwash Merino, 15% nylon, 30% Outlast viscose. And the pattern that came with it was a sock pattern. It's okay. I could, yeah. The bags, though. The bags. Yeah. There's a needle minder. Isn't this so cute? I love the fabric. So it goes like this. I mean, obviously, we all know needle minders, but, you know. And on the inside, she actually put a colored canvas. It's great. Because if you know Erin Lane, unless you get this peekaboo window, usually it's just white basic canvas on the inside. So that was really cool that she put some colored canvas. And then she gave us a matching one. So you see how on the inside it's just a regular white canvas, which is fine by me. I like my box. I like my box knitting bags to have fun print, but on the inside of my drawstring, it doesn't matter to me. But yeah, this really goes well with the yarn. I've been so impressed with the last few. It's definitely worth the money. Let me show you the back side. Yeah, so if this is the last, I think this is the last one, but if not, hey, but if so, I'm really happy. Thanks, you guys. Thank you, Lindsay. Keep wanting to call her Erin because the company is called Erin Lane, but it's not her name. Lindsay, you did a great job. Fantabulous. I love you. And that's it for Stash Therapy. So, before you go, no podcast love this episode. I didn't have a chance to really look through and figure out what I wanted to pump up, give love out to yet. I do want to do a little segment on audio podcasts, and I think I'll do that for next time. So, if you are here only for the knitting, spinning, nails, books, and all that jazz, it was great to talk to you. I'll see you next time. Love to you. Have a great week. If you want to hear about my life story and anything else I want to rant about, come join the chaos. Grab your alcoholic drink. So, the topic that keeps making me either get mad or cry is the subject of rape culture. Rape culture is definitely something that we do need to talk about, especially amongst mixed company. Mixed company, I mean between different genders, not ages, you know? But it is something that we should start talking about young. Not in a sexual sense, but in a how do I describe it? In a yes or no type thing. If someone says no, it means no, right? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the conversation of rape culture right here. I'm going to post a link to a very good article about the definition of rape culture and the issues surrounding it. And then if anyone would like to talk about it or discuss it, I would love to have a discussion with you, whether through email. You can private message me on Ravelry. You could private message me on Instagram. I'm there too. And I'll give you all the information of where I can be found at the end. Because it's definitely something that we need to have an intelligent conversation about and not an emotional one. And that's why I feel like every time I need to scrap the episode, because I know politics is personal for a lot of people, but when it comes to this topic, when it comes to this sort of matter, we do need to have a level head to really discuss it with those who have not experienced it. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, check out the article if you're interested, or if you want to discuss more about rape culture. Please do not hesitate to talk with me, and private message me at both Ravelry and Instagram. Do not feel like you have to post any questions in the YouTube comments or in the Ravelry forum post, because it's, as I said, a lot of this is personal, and a lot of it is something that not many people are ready to talk about in regards to their own personal lives. So I want to respect that, and I don't want it to make it all let's put your life out on the interwebs, right? So yeah. I really would like to have a good, intelligent conversation about rape culture and how to not perpetuate it. What got me started thinking about rape culture, and then I'll go on to talk about the Half Moon Bay Art and Pumpkin Festival, is well, the election. It's coming up in about 6 days. So please vote. Whomever you vote for, please have your voice heard. But it got me started thinking. It was during the second debates when the orange man's reaction to the video or recording that was leaked from his conversation with that other guy, Mr. Bush, Billy Bush, and calling it locker room banter, and just making it as a boys will be boys type of situation, which, if you've heard the recording, if you've heard any of it, it's not okay. I don't think that's locker room banter, but again, I would love to have a conversation about that. And then what also added on to it, which made it a pretty emotional week, was one of my professors. We were talking about going to court for because as teachers, you're a mandated child reporter in California, at least. I don't know for nationwide, but in California, you become mandated child abuse reporters. And we were talking about anonymous calling and all that stuff. And it led to talking about, well, you are anonymous until you have to go to court for the ramifications. And my professor talked about the only times she had to go to court was for something completely different than for child abuse, and it was dealing with a student of hers that was accused of raping a group of young women. He was acquitted, but she used terminology that was, again, perpetrating spreading rape culture. You know, women who are allegedly raped, whether it's true or not, should never be termed as, well, they deserved it, they were hoes. And she proceeded to say that they should have gone to hell and that they only wanted money, because they also took the family to civil suit, and I'm guessing settled. So, yeah, so that really got me started to think. I've already settled the situation. I already did the measures that I needed to do as a student who was completely offended, in the sense of being affected emotionally about it. I don't know how to explain it, because we're always so quick to say, oh, well, it offended me, so it should never happen. Well, sometimes art offends people, right? And that is the point of sometimes art or literature or whatnot, is to create a reaction. But this was a class, and this was dealing with special education of all things, and discussing young girls who were not able to consent, whether they said yes or not. That's not appropriate. So that's what got me started to think and wanting to have a discussion with the worldwide about rape culture. So, but let's talk about the Half Moon Bay Art and Pumpkin Festival. So my enjoyment of it was dampened by the fact that the festival happened right after I was dealing with a lot of emotional baggage from those two events, from all of that, because I am a sensitive flower when it comes to all of that. So I don't think I was really people ready. I'm still kind of getting over it, but now I'm physically trying to get over it because I'm sick. I don't know. I didn't get my flu shot. Why did I procrastinate and not get my flu shot? So it was still a lot of fun. I got to hang out with my friends that I haven't seen in a long while, and Peter and I enjoyed each other's company on our anniversary. We've been together for 3 years, married less than 1. We're getting to our 1-year anniversary very quickly. But yeah, it was still enjoyable, but I think I wanted to hide. I needed to heal. So, I was pushing myself. I knew I wasn't really up for being surrounded by a lot of people, because the festival gets really crowded at a certain time, because it's a pretty popular event. It's a great family friendly event where you can go and you can look at art and eat all the pumpkin flavored food, and it's a great fundraiser for the city of Half Moon Bay. It's a little pricey, but it's still family friendly. It has a pumpkin patch. It's fun. I just think also that Peter and I are kind of burnt out on the festival. We've done it now 2 times. No, 3 times. Yeah, 3 times. Together. So we're just kind of like, okay, we're kind of done. So next year for our anniversary, we're not going to go to the festival. We're thinking of, for our 4th year, going to Mendocino and enjoying a quiet time together. And then 5th year, as a present to me, going to Rhinebeck. And that'll give us time to save to go there and plan. So that will be fun. What else? Yes, I'm sick. School has been crazy. I'm slowly teaching a lot more in my class, which means I'm talking more, which I think that's why I'm losing my voice. This happened last year too. I lost my voice a good amount of time last year because I was teaching a lot. using my voice a lot. So when I got sick, it always reside right here. And I'm like, so when I started feeling it, I'm like, no, not again. I was not going to have it this year. So the kids are nice, though. These kids are nice. They're like, oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. O'Sullivan. And I'm like, it's okay. Just don't make me yell over you. But I did have a low-grade fever yesterday, so I shouldn't actually have been in the classroom. But I was there. Like, I'm here. But I didn't go to class that day. I was just like, I'm going straight to bed. I'm going to have my tea. I'm going to have spicy, delicious Indian food, and I'm going to get this mucus and fever out of me. And I did. So I'm just healing all over. Oh, is there anything else that I need to talk about, guys? That's it. I think I only had 2 subjects to talk about. But I do want to urge you guys to please vote. Please vote. Whoever you vote for, even if it's the orange man. I am going to give you the stink eye about that. But even if you do vote for the orange man, just know that your vote did count. As a woman, it is really important to vote because, or as a person of color, a person who is not Caucasian, who's not white and privileged, okay? White male, okay? It is so important to show that you have a voice because we didn't have that right. It's not a privilege. It's a right as a human being and as a citizen of this country, right? And, there's still a lot of issues like Puerto Rico. Come on. They should vote, right? They should be able to vote. If they have to pay taxes in this country, they should vote. They should be able to vote, right? They do pay for taxes, right? I know I read somewhere that they pay for taxes. So if they have to pay, no taxation without representation, right, guys? So whether you vote for Jill Stein, Gary Johnson, Hillary Clinton, Orange Man, I refuse to say his name, Orange Man, whether you vote for whoever's in your Senate, whatever propositions or measures or whatever, vote as a citizen. Yeah, our political system needs some work. It does. But as a citizen, you have the right to vote and you can use your voice. And then work from the ground up, right? If you want things to change, work from the ground up. Work from the ground up. Work in your community. Volunteer in your community and say, this is not right. Let's work to fix this. Work in your community first, then go to the top, right? Because there's so much going on in your community, I bet you. There's schools probably suffering because they don't have enough parental involvement or community involvement. There's probably a library that needs your help in spreading the word about events or about needing more volunteers to help with those in need. There's a lot of things you can do in your community that will start giving your voice some strength that you can then move up. Start in your community first. That is the message. And with that, I really need to save my voice. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Knitterly Book Lady. You can also find show notes down below or on the Ravelry episode thread at Knit Chat with Jen group. And yes, we have a group. Check it out, Knit Chat with Jen. You can just put that in the search box in the groups tab and I will pop up. No, literally, I will pop up. My head will pop up. We are quiet, but feel free to, if you have any questions, to post any in there. If you want to have a private discussion with me, please feel free to private message me. I do not mind, at both Instagram and Ravelry. And yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your week. Enjoy your knitting and spinning and fun. Love to you. Bye.